back in November. He is second up tonight, so stay tuned for that. First, though, it's an unbeaten Scotsman. In fact, two unbeaten fighters going head to head in our opening contest. Sit back and enjoy the night. Rob Blundell, our MC.
A winner from Coatbridge, Scotland, Mark Sparky McKeown.
I'm Mark McKeown. Camp for this fight has just went perfectly. Couldn't have went any better.
No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love into peace and glove. Now you got a deal right now. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love into peace and glove. Now you got a deal right now.
The Dubai show had to get cancelled, unfortunately, due to the travel restrictions, but the way I was looking at it is, it's another 2 weeks training under my belt. Come fight night, you're going to see an explosive Mark McKeown.
And you got a deal right now.
Mark
And you got a deal right now. And you got a deal right now.
Yes, it's very much a fight off the current COVID climate, isn't it? Two unbeaten prospects being pitted together so early on in their career. That's the sort of fight that is being put for this one. Really looking forward to it. So excited was I was trying to get Rob in on the act nice and early. I was so excited to get on with the show. Let's do that now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the University of Bolton Stadium, where Mr. Lee Eaton for MTK Global, live on IFL TV and ESPN Plus in association with Top Rank, proudly presents an evening of professional championship boxing. We are ready to go with this next bout, 6 rounds of boxing in the featherweight division. Please welcome our first boxer to the red corner from Nottingham, Brad Daws.
And here he comes, Brad Daws, unbeaten so far. He just had a little check to his left, didn't he? See where everyone was. Of course, normally there'd be plenty of friends and family, and he'd have sold tickets as well, getting an opportunity to fight on the telly. But all his friends, family, and supporters will be watching from their homes and cheering him on, no doubt. Unbeaten in 6 so far. It's a big step up for him. He's largely been taking on fighters with losing records, but he's in against a very different opponent tonight, looking to rise to that challenge.
And please welcome his opponent to the blue corner from Coatbridge, Scotland, Mark Sparky McKeown.
And here comes Mark McKeown. We actually got a chance to see him back in September when he fought on one of these shows up in the northwest. So he's already had a little bit of experience under other lights in front of the TV cameras. Already experienced the bubble as well, and all of that experience crucial early on in a relatively young career.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lee Eaton for MTK Global proudly presents 6 rounds of boxing in the featherweight division between two undefeated boxers. Our timekeeper at the bell for this contest will be Phil Morris, and our referee in charge scoring the contest will be Steve Gray. We are now ready to welcome both of our boxers. First, boxing out of the red corner. Tonight he wears the black shorts. He weighed in at 128 pounds. He has a perfect professional record. 6 wins from 6 contests, 2 big wins by way of knockout from Nottingham, Brad Daws. And please welcome his opponent boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears the white shorts. He weighed in at 127.3 pounds. He also has a perfect professional record. 3 wins from 3 contests, 1 win by way of knockout from Coatbridge, Scotland, Mark Sparky McKeown.
Here we go then, kick-starting what looks a terrific night of boxing on paper. Barry Jones alongside me for all of the action. Really good left hook to the body there from Daws, standing his ground. And already, Barry, the fists are flying. 2 unbeatens going at it in the first minute.
Yeah, both committed. They both want to make a statement. They both like to stalk their opponent, so it was always going to be interesting who was going to give ground at first. And so far, neither. Both trying to let their combinations go in, but just got to make sure they, when they're in close range, they keep that chin down, those hands high when they're throwing shots.
So the punch that really has caught the eye through the first 30 seconds is the right hook to the body from Daws. He's landed that a couple of times already.
That's a good jab to the body there, though, from McKeown. And again, lovely uppercut. That's something we've seen from him in the past.
Straight down to business, this pair.
And again, it's a good right, little bit of a lazy jab there from Daws, and McKeown firing that quick right hand over the top.
Well, it's been a positive start, but I tell you also the pair of them not getting their hands back after they've thrown a punch. They're not getting them back terribly quickly, which is making for already an exciting fight.
Well, sometimes when you put yourself straight into the fire, like they've done here from the bell, you're looking to throw the next punch so quickly and so eagerly that you almost forget to bring your hands back up for defense. You're looking constant offense. Nice little left hook there from Daws.
Through the first minute and a half, again, they're both catching each other, either on the counter or with those opening salvos. And I think once you start with a certain mindset or tactic, Barry, it seems almost difficult to get out of that either way, whether it's a complacency to start with or this kind of tempo. You wonder whether they can keep this up.
Yeah, another good left hook to the body there from Daws. Just as they got in close there, McKeown just opens those elbows up just a little bit. That gives the opportunity there for Daws to land with a good body shot.
Trying to come back with his own body shot. Maybe just a bit more thought going into it in the final minute of this, but it's been a bristling, terrific start. Another heavy right hand to the body from Daws.
Yeah, but a nice little uppercut as well from McKeown as Daws came in. That's a good body shot there from Daws, though. A lovely left hook.
Just feel Daws looks the stronger in these exchanges.
He does. I think McKeown's too close. I think his hands are slightly faster, so he could probably afford to be from this distance here, a little bit longer.
Another body shot. Oh, and a fantastic right hand got through there from Daws as well. They both enjoyed success. The uppercut has worked well for McKeown, but some of those body shots throughout, the heavier shots landing from Daws. Well, what an opening 3 minutes of what promises to be a terrific night, and we can look back on some of the action. They both enjoyed success. The heavy artillery unloaded right from the very start, Barry.
And that was a lovely left hook. That was the punch of the round, wasn't it? Really there for for Daws. But this pretty much shows that little clip there every second of that round, because one throw and the other one automatically looking to throw back and land again. If they can do another 5 rounds at that pace, it's going to take some going.
Corners, 10 seconds. Second out. Round 2.
Here we go then, into the second, scheduled for 6, this one. Barry Daws with twice as much experience very early on in his career than Mark McKeown, but as I said in the introduction, so all of those have come against fighters with losing records, and well, maybe Daws on the cusp of losing here, because he's gone down heavily to that right hand.
That was a lovely textbook double jab right hand. That was beautifully timed there from McKeown.
2.5 minutes to go, Barry. It's a long time. Steve Gray had a long look at Daws and into his eyes. There's the same right hand, and it was the second of those right hands that he's gone down, and I think he will dispense with a count, and that will be that. And immediately the doctor is in there. No celebrations at all from McKeown, who's looking on with concern.
It wasn't the last right hand that put him down. There was one just before that I think that really had effect. The last one just held him on his way, but oh, there you go. That's a good sign.
He's back up on. He wants to get to his feet as well. You can see he's slightly unsteady there, and no surprise that I think both of the shots almost landed more on the side of the head, the temple, Barry, than actually flush.
But the first knockdown was lovely. I think he threw 2 left hand. I think the double jab missed. But the fact is, he's throwing it, taking little steps with the front foot, and he's keeping that distance. So when he throws that right hand, he's turning from the core. It's a nice long shot, not a short shot. Gets full extension on it, and all the power's at the end of the shot. There you go, lovely there. The double jab there just keeps Daws occupied there. He's looking to parry that left, and he doesn't see that. That's a beautiful right hand. You see there the little turn from the waist, the shoulders turn into the shot. So lovely deliver punch. There, that's the one that done the damage. That last one there just helped him on his way over, really. I think the first one stunned him, and then the next one put him over. But
and there you see my point about the kind of side of the head, almost the temple. That one was just above the ear.
I tell you what it did show, though, as we could see in as I sort of mentioned in the first round, is that McKeown needed to give himself a bit of distance to throw. He looked like he had a bit of sharper work, and when he did that in the start of that round, look at the results.
It's exactly what I was about to say, Barry. You just saw, although he stepped in once he landed the jab, he stepped in with the right hand slightly, but he created the space before that.
And you know what, all Daws, he made a bit of a mistake. He threw a little bit of a lazy jab, but so early in the round, you almost think you get away with it. It's a little bit of a lazy jab, and he paid the price. It's a pity, really, because I think Daws, I thought, for me, won the first round, and it was looking like, he was right in it. He got plenty of power, he's aggressive. Just, that little bit pouring as he did a couple of times in the first round. And in this business, sometimes the mistakes, you pay the ultimate price.
He boxed so well. He'd looked so good through the first round, Daws, and he will be kicking himself. He'll look back on that and hopefully learn from it. That's a big win, though, and a big knockout as well from Mark McKeown. Let's get confirmation of it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our referee Steve Gray has stopped the contest after 48 seconds of round number 2. Your winner, by technical count-out, still undefeated, Mark McKeown.
Well, Mark McKeown goes to 4-0, and that's his second stoppage as well. It's the third time he's appeared in front of the cameras, and I think it's fair to say, Barry, it's the best he's looked. And it's rare you get a round and a half, or a round and a third with so much to talk about.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes you always see how a fighter steps up. When you have a few fights and you're boxing, journeymen or guys who are not going to give you any trouble. And when you get your first test against an undefeated fighter, it's a different sensation, different feeling going in that fight. I know some fighters cope with that, especially early in their career. Can tell how they're going to continue as they step up the levels into championship class. And to be honest, it was a really hard first round for both. But McKeown, he played his own part in the first round, but the second round produced a little bit of space. That first right hand was the catalyst for for the finish, and I thought that was a fantastic performance and a fantastic finish there from McKeown.